Back to the question I was asking, what is this other thing that just fuels this procrastination and lack of action, I would say. And when I think about it, there's a good piece that is financial literacy. Just the way we were, our education system, even I can't remember ever talking about money in my home. We talked about how to spend it in terms of this money, go and pay that bill, this money, go and do that. But in terms of this money, put it here so that it can grow into something bigger tomorrow. I don't remember ever having that conversation with my parents.
And I'll tell you.
Or even in school.
If you don't have a target, you're not going to hit it. If you don't have a goal, you'll never achieve it. One of the reasons why people procrastinate is because they have no clarity of goals they want to achieve in life. You just wake up like everyone else, you make money like everyone else, you spend like everyone else, and life moves on. The moment you identify the things that you want to achieve and you give that a timeline, you look at your budget and decide that for me to have this much, I need to start putting aside this much. That will actually be a turning point. Having clarity of goals that you want to achieve. For example, a young mother, I think one of the goals that should motivate you to financial discipline is investing towards a child's education. That from my conversation with my daughter or my son, I can see a lawyer in this. And for that child to become a lawyer, assuming that this child will go to the normal Kenyan universities and go through the system, maybe it will take 7 years, I'll need to have a fund of this much. If it's costing this much today, I would think that maybe to become a lawyer today would cost you something in the space of about 7 million. In the next 5 years, it will perhaps have moved from 7 to about 9. So if your child is going to university in the next, say, 5 years, you need to start thinking broadly where you get this 9 million. And that alone will inspire a step. That for me, to have 9 million shillings the next 5 or 10 years, this is the amount I need to start putting aside now. And it should be put in this kind of an investment program whose appreciation rate is this much. So that in that period, I'll have the amount that I'm looking for. Or I want to buy a house, or I want to build one, or I want to start a business. Have a goal. And then look at the numbers that will help meet that agenda. Look at the timeline. You know, you've always heard people talk about SMART goals. Let me say something about SMART goals. SMART goals are very specific.
Specific.
They are measurable.
Measurable.
They are achievable. They are realistic.
Realistic.
And they're time-bound.
Time-bound.
So a lot of the people don't work with specific goals. You come up with a very ambiguous goal. I want to buy a house. So where? We don't know.
In fact, that's what I was
Is it a bungalow? We don't know. Is it a mansion?
There's a goal, yes.
Is it on a 50 by 100? Is it going to be on 40 by 8? Is it going to be on 100 by 100? Is it on half an acre? People don't give specific
It's not
goals.
specific.
The other thing they never do is look, considering the timeline. By when must it be achieved?
How long? Yeah.
How much time do I have? I want to put funds together for educating my daughter. How old is my daughter today? 10 years. At what age do children normally go to university? 18. So between 10 and 18, I've got 8 years. So if you're working towards that goal, realize you've got 96 months.
Yeah.
Don't work with 15 years. Work with 96, which is 9 years. No, I mean 8 years. Because that's the time left.
Yes.
Have a specific timeline. So even when you want to give yourself a target, maybe you want to have a fund of 5 million, within what period? You want to have a fund of $1 million in your money market, within what period? Timeline. But then, I will say something over and above the SMART goal. Thinking smart. Thinking and planning smart. Which means, think big, start small, but start now. Think big, start small, but start now. You have a desire to own a half an acre and build a house in Karen. And you even have clarity of details. I'll do a 5-bedroom house. I'll have a swimming pool. I'll have jacuzzi. I'll have a carport of 5 cars. But I'll do it the next 10 years. The other thing is, that's a big goal. Is your current income in line with that big goal? Maybe not. So start with what you have. Don't start with what you don't have. Start with what you have. Start where you are.
Don't wait to have what you think you want to start.
If you have to keep sense of that long-term goal, start now. Because a lot of people, the bigger masses, lose it by not taking action today. They'll take action, but not today. They'll take the action tomorrow or next month.
Yeah.
The more you wait, the less will be the time left for you to address the goal. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So I think for me, once again, financial diligence, which encompasses having a goal, tilting your mindset to know that this is not a corrective agenda. It's a personal agenda. Investments that I'm talking about today is a personal responsibility. Doesn't matter what your friends are doing.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do yourself. Don't copy what they are doing.
Yeah.
Because the challenge with copying today, you might not be able to paste it in the future. You copy now, but you'll never be able to paste. So maybe some people are coming from very wealthy families. For them, they're just going through this life knowing people that I've got a house which my father has given me, I've got a car which my father is fueling, I've got this and that, everything my parents are providing. How about that person who doesn't have the privilege of such?
So I think I'm inspired. I hope you're inspired as well. It's clear we need to have smart goals, right? But we also need to plan smart on how we are going to achieve those goals within a certain timeline.
True.
As I mentioned, I feel like financial literacy also, like if you don't know what you're getting yourself into, then you might run into some trouble, or at the very least give yourself some clarity in terms of staying informed about what you need to do to get to that goal.
True.